Today's horoscope, Pisces August 18th, 2024. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. The current Venus cycle is strong for enhancing and attracting who and what you want. Still, a minor challenge between Venus and Pluto today can indicate frustration. You have a strong desire to keep the peace, and this may go a little too far now, leaving you vulnerable to manipulation. It's also a way of borrowing good energy from your future, as problems will grow if you sweep them under the carpet merely to enjoy the moment. As the day advances, try to avoid succumbing to nervous energy. You'll be in good shape if you tune into current transit's somewhat random, eccentric themes and expect the unexpected, especially with communication. Avoid overthinking things for best results, as you don't need to let mental tension drag you down. Fortunately, you're moving into strong mental territory for insight into work and health matters. Beware of challenges that may pop up today and tomorrow. As mental Mercury clashes with electric Uranus, everyone will be on edge. In fact, you may feel consumed with anxiety, panic attacks, or nervous tension, especially if you thought you had your mind set on something but others aren't on the same page. If your crush or significant other is especially agitated, decide to talk out your ideas and thoughts later rather than pushing an issue that could escalate into a full-scale conflict. No one will be thinking clearly now, so take a deep breath. This will pass. What will come to light? Now that the weekend is here, you should take your time processing everything that has happened this week at work. Your introspections may lead to an intense revelation when the moon in Aquarius conjuncts Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. You may see a coworker or situation in an entirely different light. Although this could be monumental, you may want to keep your revelation to yourself for the time being. It is not time to share what you have realized with your other coworkers just yet. Your ability to instigate new things is well known. With the predominant energy today, you are especially tuned into a new and improved way of doing things. You will feel inspired to regenerate the old and find a fresh new way to direct your energies. To enhance this process, pay special attention to your diet. Fresh fruits and vegetables and low caffeine intake are highly recommended, as is substituting fish for red meat. You will be seeking new encounters that are fiery and passionate like everyone else with your number today. Here is a time you should canalize your desire for union and being with other people. You will have to work on mastering your naturally seductive ways, dear, because you could get lost in superficial relationships that have no future. Look around carefully and only contact the people around who could truly be special. You might not have to look far. As Venus spends a few quiet days alone in your relationship sector, with Mercury gone and the Sun yet to return, there's no immediate need for pragmatism. A friendly aspect to the moon offers an opportunity for greater emotional engagement. This makes it an excellent day for building friendships and relationships, as your heart and instincts are aligned with the laws of attraction. Consequently, you will find yourself more frequently in the right place at the right time, enhancing the likelihood of serendipitous moments or encounters. While it is the moon and Venus, the planet of love, that have come together to create some magic when it comes to friendship and relationship building, the week itself started out that way. In between Mercury, the planet of communications, departure from your relationship sector 2 days ago and the Sun's return next week, the moon and Venus can bring the laws of attraction and synchronicity together without having to overthink things. This could lead to some serendipitous moments and encounters. Daily Planetary Overview. Today, you might feel a bit scatterbrained as Mars in Gemini squares Saturn retrograde in Pisces, bringing some tension into your day. It's one of those days where you might feel like you're picking up the pieces of Euro, perhaps an endeavor you were invested in suddenly hit a roadblock, or you're facing a tricky situation that feels harder to navigate than usual. If you find yourself feeling overwhelmed, take a deep breath. It's okay. We all have days when things don't go as planned. The key to handling this cosmic tension is to approach it with responsibility and calm. Instead of getting swept up in the chaos, focus on what you can control. Take ownership of the things that need your attention, and break down the tasks in front of you into manageable steps. Think of it like putting together a puzzle. At first, it can seem overwhelming, but piece by piece, things start to make sense again. As the moon enters Aquarius and conjoins with Pluto retrograde, you may notice that intense feelings begin to surface. This emotional undercurrent might stick around for the rest of the day, making it challenging to detach from whatever is weighing on your heart and mind. It's natural to have strong feelings and opinions, but finding a healthy outlet to express those emotions is essential. Consider reaching out to a trusted friend or loved one. Sometimes, simply talking through your thoughts can bring clarity and relief. Have you ever had one of those moments where something just felt off, and instead of diving into the conflict, you decided to take a step back? That's the kind of energy today is bringing. You might feel like avoiding people or confrontation, and that's completely okay. You're doing the right thing by giving yourself space. After all, sometimes jumping into an argument or trying to force a resolution can do more harm than good. By postponing important conversations or meetings until you regain your composure, you're setting yourself up for better outcomes in the long run. In the midst of all this, it's important to remember that any effort you make today should come from a place of calm and intention. When you approach your responsibilities with a steady hand, you'll find that things naturally start to fall into place. And don't forget to carve out some time for the activities that bring you joy. Whether it's spending time with friends or indulging in your favorite hobbies, these moments of contentment are what help you stay balanced, even when the world feels chaotic. For those of you who are single, today might also bring some promising attention from someone who piques your interest. There's an undeniable charm in the air, and it could lead to some exciting connections. Don't be afraid to explore those possibilities if they are euro, but remember to stay grounded and take things one step at a time. Rushing into anything too quickly might lead to unintended consequences. Speaking of decisions, this isn't the best day for big purchases or investments, especially if they're expensive. With today's cosmic influences, there's a risk of acting impulsively, and you might end up paying more than you intended euro, whether financially or emotionally. Sometimes, when we're caught up in the moment, it's easy to overlook the risks attached to our choices. Take a step back, reassess, and give yourself time before making any major decisions. So, as you move through the day, embrace a slower pace. There's no need to rush or force anything. Instead, focus on maintaining your balance, both emotionally and mentally. If you've been feeling overwhelmed, what are some ways you've found to ground yourself? Maybe it's spending time in nature, talking to a friend, or simply taking a few deep breaths. Whatever it is, make sure to prioritize your well-being today. Remember, you have the strength and wisdom to navigate whatever comes your way. Stay calm, stay focused, and trust that this moment is just one part of your journey. Things will fall into place, and you'll emerge stronger on the other side. Let's keep the conversation going. How are you finding balance in your life today? What steps are you taking to stay grounded? We're all in this together, and sharing our stories helps us all grow.